Born in Georgia, but having Russian and Armenian roots, he is one of the most talented UFC fighters at the moment. At only 26 years of age, he holds a professional record of 19 wins and only 3 losses. A high-level kickboxer whose wrestling and grappling are also world-class, he is confident in all areas of fighting. But who is he? He, in my opinion, is the future UFC lightweight champion. He is the one and only Arman Tsarukyan. Young and talented, Arman made his professional MMA debut back in 2015 when he was only 18 years old. His first performance inside the octagon was more than impressive. He won with a technical knockout in the first round. After a minor setback in his second professional fight, which was a knockout loss, Arman managed to quickly get back to his feet and build up a professional record of 13 wins and only 1 loss before eventually signing with the UFC. Arman's UFC debut took place on April the 20th, 2019, when he fought against one of the biggest prospects in the division, Islam Makhachev. After a very competitive back-and-forth 3-round battle, Arman lost with a unanimous decision. However, there was no shame in that loss. Arman became the first person to take Islam Makhachev down in the UFC. In addition, the contest itself was full of some brilliant wrestling exchanges and some high-level grappling transitions. And 3 years later, Islam Makhachev would become the UFC lightweight champion of the world after a very dominant submission victory against Charles Oliveira. So once again, although he lost, Arman showed that he belongs to the top of the division. He showed that he does have the skills to compete with the very best in the lightweight division. Once again, Arman managed to rise up very quickly after being defeated. He won all of his next 5 fights in an equally imposing fashion. However, after these 5 impressive and dominant performances, Arman faced his second defeat in the UFC. In an absolute war, which went to the full distance, Arman lost his main event fight against the top 10 contender Mateusz Gamrot. Although it was extremely close and competitive, Arman got too tired towards the end of the fight, which is why he lost with a unanimous decision. The grappling exchanges in that fight were fascinating to watch. And Michael Bisping, who was commentating that night, described them as calculated madness. In spite of the loss, Arman showed some very high-level striking skills, landing some perfectly timed punches, and the wonderful spinning back fist which knocked Gamrot down. Extremely diverse, technical and unpredictable, Tsarukyan won his next match in a very dominant fashion. He imposed his will through his high-level wrestling, his solid offensive grappling, his physical power and athleticism. And his opponent, Damir Ismagulov, was no joke. He was on a 19-fight winning streak before facing Arman. If we were to describe his fighting style, we would say that he's very light on the feet, throws a wide variety of kicks, all of which equally sharp and dangerous, and has got some very fast and heavy hands, whose timing is almost impeccable in certain situations. Look, I do believe that Tsarukyan does have the potential to become world champion, purely because he is skilled in all areas of fighting, he's only 26 years old, and he's already very experienced. Arman Tsarukyan is most definitely a future top contender in the UFC lightweight division. Mark my words, 2023 will be a big year for Arman. Guys, if you like this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, follow me and stay tuned.